This episode of the Recovery Couch is brought to you by JB Davis at Performance Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For integrity, service, and unbeatable deals, ask for JB in Centerville and tell them the Recovery Couch sent you. What's happening, family and friends? Welcome back to the Recovery Couch. I'm your host, Brandon Couch, and today we're stepping into episode 9 of PTSD Unpacked. This one is personal, it's tender, and it's needed. Today we're talking about faith, PTSD, and the God who sees. So let's start with this. It's okay if trauma has shaken your faith. Actually, it's quite normal. It's okay if you've asked hard questions like, where was God when this happened? Or why didn't he stop that from happening? Or if he loves me, why am I still suffering? Contrary to popular belief, those questions don't make you faithless. They make you honest. And in my opinion, there's nothing more important than honesty. And if you felt like your trauma disqualified you from closeness with God, well, then I'm here to tell you right here, right now, that's bullshit. The truth is, trauma doesn't just wound the body or mind. It can also shatter your sense of trust in everything, including God. For some, that means feeling distant from Him. For others, it means struggling with spiritual triggers, especially if religion was part of the trauma. And for many, it means silently believing that God's disappointed in you, or worse, that God's forgotten you. But when we open up the Bible and we read Scripture, it tells us a different story. For instance, Genesis chapter 16 says, "You are the God who sees me." There's a woman named Hagar, abused, abandoned, alone, and running for her life, and she encounters God in the wilderness. And those were her words. "You are the God who sees me." Remember, this woman was abused, abandoned, alone, and running for her life. All things that I can relate to, and maybe you can too. The God who sees, not overlooks, not blames, but sees. That's who He was, and that's who He still is. God is not scared of your trauma. He's not offended by your questions. He's not keeping score of how often you struggle. He's the God who draws near to the brokenhearted, the God who weeps with those who weep, the God who heals wounds, even the invisible ones. Jesus Himself endured trauma, emotional, physical, and spiritual. He knows betrayal, abandonment, suffering, and silence, which means you don't have to explain your pain to Him. He gets it. And trust me when I tell you, He's not walking away. If you're someone who prays, even if you're not sure what you believe anymore, let this be your prayer today. God, I don't have all the answers, but if you are there, be with me in this. Give me strength in this. Give me courage in this. Help me feel your presence in this pain. Help me trust again, one breath at a time. You don't need perfect faith to be loved by a perfect God. And you don't have to have your healing all figured out to be held in His grace. You just have to be willing to come honestly, as you are, as is. You don't have to hide nothing. You don't have to front. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to put on an outfit. You don't have to wear a costume. None of that. I want to thank you for being here for episode 9 of PTSD Unpacked. In episode 10, we'll talk about what progress really looks like and why healing is not linear. Until then, remember, God is not absent in your suffering. He is the God who sees, and He has not forgotten you. Support for this episode comes from Greg Swartz at Remax Victory and Affiliates. Whether you're buying or selling your home, Greg brings heart, hustle, and honesty to every real estate deal. Call Greg at 937-477-8975 today.